Hello everyone, hi there, and this is uh, this is the second time of me recording this video because I don't because the first time I didn't like feel so good and it all felt really fake. I mean it is really fake because I'm currently reading stuff from a script. So let's begin. But before that, just one thing. I know I made a video about this, but I got a copyright claim by BBC Studios on my last video. So, I mean, I hope that this one does not. So, uh, just as a heads up, this video is protected under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, which protects all media of fair use for commentary, education purposes, and for parody. So let's begin. Crocodiles. We've all heard of them. Really big snouts and big teeth and really big sizes. Today's crocodiles include um, crocodiles, alligators, caimans, and gharials, and that's it. Maybe some of you can spout out some more names, but for most people, that's it. They look pretty much the same. Like, yeah, they have not that much diversity. However, they have existed on Earth for 200 million years, and yes, and you can expect a lot of diversity from that. So, so let's just jump right in. Crocodiles belong to Archosaurium. Archosaurs include the false crocs or the pseudosuchia, which includes Ornithosuchia, aka dinosaurs, birds, pterosaurs, and their relatives. The story of the crocodiles begins after the Permian-Triassic mass extinction, where the only surviving pseudosuchians are the crocodile. They occupied a variety of niches or ecological roles, ranging from pis- from piscivores and carnivores to insectivores and herbivores. The first group of crocodiles includes protosuchians. These were terrestrial animals with a short snout and limbs and a bony armor. This bony armor ran from their nose to their back to their tail. So during the Triassic crocodile, there were some. We're gonna name the crocodiles of the Triassic first. The first one we have is Carnifex. Carnifex means butcher. It inhabited the swamps of North America during the Middle Triassic period. It was 9 feet long and weighed 225 kilograms. So, as you can see, it doesn't look much like the crocodiles of today, and and with its odd walking posture and that and the head shape. The second one is Postosuchus, probably the most famous Triassic crocodile. It Postosuchus was 13 feet long and weighed over
fast enough to
300
keep pace
kilograms.
with the
It
herd.
had a short snout and osteoderms covering its body.
Eventually,
Osteoderms are the bumps you see on crocodiles. These are the osteoderms are kind of armor. Postosuchus was a deadly predator and was
the
featured
carnivore's bite has
the
done its job.
in the 1999
But the serious
documentary miniseries Walking with Dinosaurs. Number 3. Angistodinus. Angistodinus is named after its long and narrow snout, which looks a bit like today's crocodiles. It, it was a large animal by any standards, measuring 26 feet long, with a and its skull was 4 feet long. How, how big did they get? One of its relatives, it has been dubbed a megalodon. I repeat, a megalodon, which is sometimes given its own genus called Brachysuchus. Brachysuchus had a 125 centimeter long snout. So, during the Jurassic, crocodiles retreated to the marine habitats because dinosaurs ruled the land. They had one common feature. We, these were Mesosuchians, which had a bigger nasal passage for breathing while, while swimming. Stomatosuch what so some crocodiles I would like to mention from this period are are Neptuni Draco. It had webbed feet which looked like flippers, and they were specialized for swimming. This is an example of convergent evolution, where an animal completely separate from another evolves the similar characteristics. So, in this case, Neptuni Draco evolved similar characteristics to Mosasaurus. It wasn't the only one though, because I would also like to mention Dacosaurus and Tyrannosaurus. Dacosaurus was 15 feet long and weighed over 907 kilograms. It swam really fast and inhabited the oceans of Eurasia and North and South America. It also has a dinosaur-like head. Tyrannosaurus means blood-biting giant swimmer. It had a 26-inch long jaw with blade-like teeth. All of these crocodiles again have one common feature. They are extremely specialized for life in the oceans with flippers. However, remember when I said 100 million years ago they began to imitate their cousins, or the dinosaurs, by growing to enormous sizes? Yeah, they did grow to absolutely enormous sizes. So that is what we're gonna do now. The Cretaceous crocodiles. The first one is Deinosuchus. Deinosuchus is very famous. It had a maximum size of 35 feet and a weight of 8.9 tons. It was big enough to eat arthropods such as Cretasaurus and might have taken on T-Rex. Aegisuchus. Aegisuchus was a 50-foot was based on whose estimations you go to between 50 and 70 feet long. 70 feet. That's bigger than the maximum of Spinosaurus. Uh, we know of it from one partially fossilized snout. Its habitat was in North Africa, and it would have been interesting to see what kind of ecological role it had. It lived alongside Spinosaurus and Carcharodontosaurus. Next one is Sarcosuchus. It was 38 feet long and 8 tons heavy. It probably couldn't have performed the death roll like modern crocodiles, and as such means it would have probably not dismembered its prey like modern crocodiles. Armadillosuchus. It was 7 feet long and 120 kilograms. Its most iconic feature is its heavy armadillo-like armor from which it gets its name. It may have been a fossorial or an animal living in burrows. Next one is the last one we have is Herpetosuchus. Herpetosuchus belongs to a group of crocodiles known as Herpetosuchidae. It so Herpetosuchidae had two rows of overlapping osteoderms and were well-armored creatures. Herpetosuchus in particular had unserrated teeth and had a broader skull than most basal pseudosuchians. At the end of the Cretaceous, the KPG mass extinction occurred, which wiped out all non-avian dinosaurs, pterosaurs, and plesiosaurs. However, some crocodiles survived and remain a living relic of the dinosaur age. How so? But these include Eosuchians. One of the survivors of the KPG mass extinction was Camptosaurus. Camptosaurus wasn't really a true prehistoric crocodile and belonged to an obscure breed of reptiles known as Corystodorians. It did live alongside the genuine crocodiles of the late Cretaceous and early Tertiary. Campbell saw this speared out fish of the rivers of North America and Western Europe with its long, slender, tooth-studded snout. The Quencana resembled the early crocodiles more than the modern ones, with long, agile legs. It had, considering it lived 23 million years ago. It had curved teeth like a tyrannosaur, and meaning it was made for ambushing creatures on land. It was probably hunted to extinction by the earliest Australian Aborigines 40,000 years ago, which it probably played on every chance it got. The last and final crocodile on our list is Diplosignodon, if I'm pronouncing that right. It lived 40 million years ago, and it was the closest thing between an alligator and a crocodile. It was an alligator exclusive to Europe. And other than that, it had tough armor, not only covering its whole from the nose to tail, but also its underside as well. So those are the crocodiles of of Earth. 200 million years of evolutionary history. This video had to go had I had to research a lot for this video. So I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe and leave a like, and leave your thoughts on it. If I missed anything, then I'm sorry. And please correct me in the comments if I do. So don't forget to share this video, and goodbye.